a founder or executive director, do you believe in luck? Either way, that's really the wrong question to ask. Watch this video to learn why. So if anything I present in this video is of value to you, you think is worthy of sharing, please share it, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. So essentially what this is this is a continuation of what is now, I think, my 5th installment around the book Beyond Entrepreneurship by Jim Collins. Here it is right here, Beyond Entrepreneurship 2.0. So this is actually sort of an extended book review. I did the overview, and I'll put all of them here, number 114, 115, 116, 117, and now 118. So 114 and 15 are overviews of the content of the book. 116 is, it's not in front of me, but everything thereafter 116 is 116 and 117 are actually a deeper dive in some details on how to set vision for your company and why that's so critical. Regardless of your size, it's something you should try to do now. At least if you get the ball rolling now, you're on your way. And the great companies had their vision articulated early in their career, in their existence, if not right from the start. They didn't become great companies and then articulate their vision. They first articulated their vision and later became great companies. So it's not a bad way to go. And if nothing else, it will give you a very articulate way to describe what your company does and what matters to your company beyond profits, beyond money. Okay, so the reason I said you're really asking the wrong question is luck exists, or at least luck in the definition given by Jim Collins in this book, Beyond Entrepreneurship, exists because luck is nothing more than something you didn't cause or bring about, something that can potentially have a significant effect, either good or bad, on your business. And number 3 is unexpected or surprising. So something unexpected you didn't cause that could have either a significant negative or positive impact on your business. Negative being bad luck and positive being good luck. So what Jim found back in Good to Great was that both great companies and good companies experienced the same amount of luck and the same probability of, or the same intensity of luck. So both companies, both the great company and the matched pair good company that it was comparable to, both experienced the same luck in terms of the business environment and in many other ways. So there was no significance about the amount or intensity of luck experience, both good or bad, by either company. What it was actually is the response to said luck, which seems to have made the difference. There was a consistent pattern within the good companies, which differed from the consistent pattern within the bad companies in the face of luck in either direction. So his research showed that companies, like I said, they both experienced good or bad luck in the same sort of intensity and quantity. But the primary difference was that the great companies got better return on luck, or ROL. So essentially they made the best of bad luck and even capitalized on it to gain advantage in the market whenever they could. So he uses the analogy in the book of poker hands or card hands, and makes a really strong emphasis on the idea that there was no one tipping point for any company. There was numerous events upon which the response to the luck mattered, and that cumulative response was what tended to, or was the behavior that you saw in the great companies. They tended to make the best of the hand they were dealt. Or I think it's a Danish saying, you have to bake with the flour you've got, something like that. Anyway, it's the same idea that whatever you have, you make the most of it, you use it in the best way you can. Now, I'm going to give you two examples that are not from Good to Great. They're actually from my own personal experience or my connection with people who fit into this category. Now, one was a restaurateur and food service entrepreneur. And it was after COVID had happened, he talked about his response to COVID. And that was that he decided, because all these kitchens were empty, he started a service in which empty kitchens, unused kitchens, became part of a service that he set up, which was a lot like the Airbnb of kitchens, so that commercial caterers and other people who could use these kitchens and restaurateurs who weren't using their kitchens could now rent out their kitchens or use the kitchens themselves in such a way to create meals that could be delivered by Uber Eats and other delivery services, because people didn't stop ordering food. I suspect they actually increased. So he says, well, you have this unused kitchen. Now, what if people could rent it by the hour to make food that they then use for food delivery, which is a whole new sector for them? So he actually flourished as a result of the bad luck of COVID-19 because of how he responded. He said, what can we do with an empty kitchen? Now, another individual who I know personally, I know both of these people personally, but this other one quite a bit better. And he was a corporate trainer, and most of his business went away overnight because he trained in person on site at corporate facilities. Fortunately, he was humble enough and wise enough to realize that I don't know enough about this online game. So what he did is he got an online course delivery coach, somebody who knew about the internet technology, and said, coach me. And not long after, 6 months or a year thereabouts, that's my estimate, as of the recording of this episode, when we last spoke in a group business Zoom meeting that we both participate in, that we're both members of, he said that he is now booked further ahead than he has ever been in history. He's booked solidly a year in advance. So by going remote, by having to retrain and shift his business model, he's actually doing better than he's ever done before, right? The luck is that way. And we're not going to talk about what people have done to suck or be good rather than great, because sort of who cares about how not to do things? Let's focus on how to do things. So I love this because Epictetus said this 1,000+ years ago, 2,000 years ago. And that was, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Now, Tony Robbins loves to acquire other people's great sayings, but I think he did a great job of sort of tweaking this and making it a little more modern. And he just said, it's not what happens to you, but what you do with what happens to you. And that's totally the case. So this is the essence of return on luck. If you want to make the most of something, make the most of your situation, because it isn't just you who has good and bad luck, as defined by Jim Collins, by those 3 criteria. It's everyone. And these are things that are beyond your control. It's what you do with them. So if you want a higher return on luck, it's like, how can I take either kind of luck and turn it to serve me better so that I can use this to move my company forward, or at least minimize the harm if it's something you can't do that with, right? So the better question for you to ask is, what will I do with the luck I am given? That's it for Crush It Club episode 118, how to increase return on luck. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.